Tinfoil hat theory time.
With Callum.
And Ming the Merciless, apparently. Or Yoda. We're undecided. Can someone let me know what I am? I have no idea.
Yeah.
What.
Yeah.
Be kind, by the way, when you let me know what I am. They're not going to be kind, are they?
No, probably not.
No, this is the internet. They're going to be horrible.
Oh, I thought I looked like Robin Hood with the hat anyway.
It's very pretty. It's very nice. You could probably give it like a goose neck if you want.
Probably, if I knew how to.
Yeah, I've got no idea. Don't look at me. I barely got this done. So, tinfoil hat theory time.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Especially relating to Star Wars.
Mainly relating to Star Wars, I would have thought.
Yeah, mainly.
It's us. You never know. You never
Could
know.
go on a tangent.
Oh, massive tangent.
Or tangents all day.
Enormous tangent. So, where are we starting? Whose tinfoil hat theory goes first?
Okay. That's a good question.
Fine.
How many do we have?
How many? Look, my first tinfoil hat theory, and I wish I'd taken notes on this, probably relates to Sword of the Jedi. I will swear. And once again, this is a theory. Don't come after me with an army of lawyers. I feel that decanonization was something that was decided long before we were ever told.
Yeah,
long before we were ever
it
told.
It does seem like that, doesn't it?
And one of the biggest ones for me is Sword of the Jedi, only because every other book that was ever announced came out within like 9-10 months, maybe a year it took between the announcement and the actual publishing of the book. And for Sword of the Jedi, we were told about that in 2011 or something, and I wish I'd researched this beforehand, but I feel like it was about 2011 we were told.
A long time anyway.
Certainly 2012. And then by 2014, which is 2 to 3 years later, 2 to 3 years, and it was decanonized, and we were asked, oh, well, what's happening with Sword of the Jedi? And we were told, well, nothing's been written. We don't have an outline. There's no basic story arc. There's just nothing has been written, which is bizarre because most other books were written in such a short period of time.
Yeah.
And you have to think to
usually
yourself,
about a 6-month turnaround.
Yeah. And so if she had started writing at that very point, 2014, it still would have taken until 2015, which is like a 4 or 5 year gap between announcing a book and actually writing it. So and once again, look, that's just a tinfoil hat theory, and tinfoil hats are fun. And I've got no idea whether I'm true or not. Whether I'm true. Words are good. Words I have words. Those certainly are words.
Yeah, the aliens aren't getting to your brain to affect it,
They're
so
not.
your words are trying to work themselves out.
My alien overlord has left me, unfortunately. But yeah, tinfoil hat theories, they're fun.
Yeah, they are.
What do you
I
got?
think that segues into the whole Clone Wars 2008.
I'm going to go fill up my drink. Oh, it's full. Oh dear.
You got a theory about that?
None that I would like to share without being flayed alive.
Fair enough.
It's a gateway to decanonization, isn't it?
Yeah, because the way that I see it, and we can argue about the actual content fitting into the EU, some people do, and about the actual quality of the content as well. But at the end of the day, Clone Wars 2008 has a lot more continuity errors with the EU than it should have.
Yeah. And I know exactly where we're going. It's almost like they were thinking of decanonizing and rebooting well before they actually decanonized and rebooted.
It's also quite telling that it's the only thing, except for the main episodic movies, that was kept for the new canon.
And one comic.
Yeah, and Son of Dathomir was weird.
What was going on there? Yeah. Yeah,
but it was based off of an episode written for TCW, so...
Yep, so
that's how that works.
Didn't fall far from the old tree, did it?
No.
Yeah, no, look, that's a good tinfoil hat theory. I enjoy that. I enjoy that a lot.
Yeah.
It does feel that way, that when it fits with the new canon, so to speak, so well, and fits with the EU canon not at all. Okay, look, that's probably unfair. That's probably unfair, but there were certainly statistically far more continuity errors with that series than anything else.
Yeah.
Like, if that was a novel that had been written, it would have been the next Children of the Jedi. It's just that off the
when
beaten
it
path.
came out, it was the most controversial thing in the Star Wars community.
which is weird now because you can't find any evidence of that online. You can find, I mean, a lot of us still at the URLs, and you go look at it, and you go for the Wayback Machine, and there's nothing. You're like, oh, that's weird. Because, yeah, at the time, it was quite explosive how different it was in terms of continuity to what had come before.
Even mention it to certain EU fans now, and they still blow up about it.
I wouldn't dare.
I wasn't meaning exactly you. I was
good.
meaning some other people on the interwebs.
On the internets, all of the internets.
All the internets.
All of them. Yeah, so, look, it's controversial. It's always going to be controversial. Always. And, of course, we've got some EU fans who will defend it to their death.
Yeah.
Once again, not naming anybody.
Of course.
At all.
There's two sides to the coin all the time.
Oh, there's at least two. And it's funny how...
And you got the short edge in the middle.
Which is kind of where we're sitting, I guess. I don't know. Where do we sit?
We're sitting in my room at the moment.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Cool.
Well, I think it's my room, unless it's a simulation of my room.
You know, the entire planet's a simulation. We have been living in a simulation ever since I clicked on the Hadron Collider back in, 2011 or whatever it was. Which is why nothing has made sense ever since.
I broke out of the simulation, but it must have been a simulation inside a simulation.
These tinfoil hats are great. They're good. We have some weird thoughts now. Very weird thoughts.
Now that we can think freely.
Yeah. Oh, free thought.
Yeah.
2020. What is it? 2020 now?
Yeah, 2020.
This tinfoil hat's affecting me. It could also be the weather. We're sitting here waiting to see if it's the bushfires or the heat that gets us first.
Or the coronavirus.
It's probably going to be coronavirus.
Yeah, probably more. We've had heat and fires before.
We have. Haven't had coronavirus yet.
No.
That's a newie.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
Next tinfoil hat theory. What do we got?
Alright. Also, we'll say that it seems like Pablo Hidalgo and Dave Filoni
Here we go.
were two of the biggest people that were advocating for the decanonisation of the EU.
Once again, probably leaning into the fact that Leland Shee wasn't a part of that decision.
Yeah.
Someone who loved the EU.
Yeah, definitely. And there was something really going on weird there as far as the decision goes, because obviously the new management was in at that time, and therefore they should have actually been working better than before, theoretically.
Oh, theoretically, but look what happened.
Yeah.
What a mess. Yeah, no, I can definitely see that. I don't know what would have brought that about. I can only assume that it was just ease of doing your job.
Yeah.
Because I can see, on one hand, why it was so strong for the franchise to have a core continuity, but at the same time, a pain in the rear end for anybody who has to write for it. Because once you have 37 years of continuity and different writers and different mediums as well. Yeah. Because if you're writing, say, a comic, you have to have at least a base knowledge of the novels that have come before, the comics that have come before, the TV series that have come before, the tabletop games that have come before. And, I mean, that's what Leland's there for, or anyone involved in continuity is there for. And I really hope this flappy tin hat is picking up on the microphone, because it's definitely picking up with my ears. And to try and then balance that all out as a writer would be difficult.
Yeah.
It would be difficult. So, in a way, I can see probably why they would want to get rid of it, just for their own ease of use. And then they can just borrow from it freely without worrying necessarily about being true to the continuity or not, which shows.
And I think that connects back to, with Dave and Pablo, going back to the Clone Wars era as well.
Which was the most heavily done era at that point anyway. When you had Dark Horse Comics, it pretty much covered the whole lot, and you had already had
the multimedia project.
Yeah, covered the whole lot. Miniseries covered the whole lot. And then suddenly you try and shoehorn that in. It's like, well, there were a lot of other eras that could have been, looked at.
Yeah.
But here we are.
I guess the Clone Wars was still popular with kids that grew up with the prequels.
Yep.
So they wanted to go on that.
Oh, yeah. Instead of the Dark Times. How good would that have been?
Oh, that would have been awesome.
A TV series in the Dark Times, so you actually get to follow Vader chasing Jedi around the galaxy.
See how well people are liking the new game, Jedi Fallen Order. Which is set in that time. And so you could have done something set in the Dark Times, and it would have been really good.
Yeah.
There was not much covered in that gap, really, either.
Well, it was a series of comics,
I
guess.
Series of comics, then you could expand something.
Couple of novels.
Novels.
Not a lot as yet.
Yeah.
So, until Underground. Underworld. Underground, underworld. This tinfoil hat's really, really affecting me.
Yeah, it is.
I need more of this. What is this?
That's the goop juice.
I beg your pardon?
It's the goop juice.
I've heard everything now.
We've been supplied the goop juice by the aliens, so
Wacky do.
we can keep
Welcome
that.
to the Goop Juice channel, where we are testing goop juice today. This is the goopiest of all juice.
And it helps keep our brains chemically balanced.
Excellent. I do need that. Yeah, so, I don't know. I guess that's tinfoil hat theory. There's plenty of other tinfoil hat theories. If you've got a tinfoil hat theory,
Cool, 1-800-aliens.
or just comment below,
Yeah.
that will probably get to us quicker.
Probably easier, yeah.
Yeah, just
But-
generally.
Got any others about Star Wars?
Oh, heavens. Oh, do I have any others about Star Wars? Look, a lot of them aren't really tinfoil hat theories so much as a confusion over what on earth Lucas was doing all this time. Because, I mean, I've got interviews and that sort of thing dating all the way back to, 1980, where he says there's going to be 9 movies, and then he goes back to say, no, there's only going to be 6. He says, no, there's going to be 9 again, and then 6 again, and then most recently he said that he was never thinking of doing 9 movies. And I was like, is he okay? Is he unwell? Because he kept changing his mind so much. And he's known for being a bit wishy-washy on his decision-making, and that's great, and that's creative. But I do find it weird that he kept on jumping back and forth between 6-9, 6-9, 6-9. It's like, okay.
He just wanted to make 69.
Oh my goodness me. Well, if that makes it past editing, I'll be a monkey's uncle. It must be the goop juice talking. It's the goopiest of all juice.
Yeah, it must be.
Goop juice.
Goop
All the
juice.
tinfoil hats. Is this Yoda?
Right.
This is Yoda-ish, isn't it?
Sort of, yeah, the ears. Just near little grey hairs coming out of the
Oh, I have ruined it completely. It's ruined. What have I done?
You touched it.
I should never touch things. This is why we can't have nice things. Imagine if I owned Lucasfilm. Oh, there. No.
With that, though,
Ruined.
I've what would refer to a source book called The Ultimate Visual Guide. I don't have it with me, but in it says that he originally sketched out 9 movies, but he brought it back to 6, and then he was happy with it.
Fair enough. If he's happy, we're
And
happy.
It seems since he sold, he didn't intend to make more movies.
Oh, well, can you imagine if they made a 7, 8, 9? That'd be dreadful.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think he covered it in Defending the EU video as well, but he never actually really wrote scripts for 7, 8, and 9 either.
Definitely not.
He just had some ideas that he threw together in a pot, mixed them in, and said, "Here you go."
That's definitely a tinfoil hat right there. That's a tinfoil hat talking, and I apologise. I apologise for the tinfoil hat. There was no plot. There was no plot.
No.
I have not seen a plot in any of...
In Bob Iger's biography, it says that there was a script that he wrote, some treatment,
treatments. Yeah, and
but
then,
that's just the ideas stuck together, mixed up, chucked at him, and saying, "Here, I want some input."
yeah, well,
in
there's
what's
that
going
video
forwards.
where, that clip where he clearly says that his 7, 8, 9 was going to follow the grandchildren from the books, but we wouldn't dare acknowledge that.
Oh no.
No, tinfoil hats. Tinfoil. I feel like we had more tinfoil hat theories.
I feel like we did as well, but
We're gonna
I
have to
can
do.
remember them.
No, we're gonna have to do tinfoil hat theories too. Actually, script it out
Yeah.
because I swear there were more.
And people can add tinfoil hat theories we can talk about.
They definitely can.
That'd be great.
That'd be great.
Yeah. So cool.
I can't wait to see how many memes come out of 2 idiots sitting here with tinfoil hats. It's almost Yoda. I've got that ear right. Hang on, that ear right. Wow. You're sick, yeah. Woo. An earache I have.
It looks like you've got an ear infection.
Infections. Coronavirus. Dagobah. You just come from. No, this
No
is...
offense to anyone with coronavirus or anything, of course.
No, well, look, that'll be all of us in a couple of weeks anyway. So we'll be there. We'll join you soon.
We'll be drinking the Coronas then. Because apparently alcohol kills it.
I've heard this.
Yeah.
I've heard this.
Yeah.
I don't want to test that out though.
No.
No,
You die from coronavirus or from alcohol poisoning?
it's a rough way to go either way. Rough way to go.
Oh, it's probably the tinfoil hat theories for now. We have more. We might be back for tinfoil hat theories too.
We probably will, without the hats, sans hats, or new hats.
New hats.
New
yeah.
hats.
New hats will be good.
I'm going to make a full Stormtrooper helmet out of... No, that's a lie. That's definitely... I'm not doing that.
No.
No.
Alright, cool. Alright. I'll see you guys in the next
Bye-bye.
video.